As I'm going to the hiking trail, I could not help but notice this guy's backyard. He has it very well staked out. He's growing some form of grapes. Hard to say which one without knowing it and without asking him. But some people really use their backyards quite wisely. And of course, here is a small, well, not very small, but quite a large church. By the way, this is the Thousand Oaks area. And all the way in front, so don't forget this stop sign and the street itself. Here's the entranceway for it. And here are some of the signs. Let's see if they describe what this place is all about. Well, it's called the Santa Monica Mountains National Recreation Area, and they're giving you a lot of information, which I'm sure you can also look up online. Today is a beautiful day. Although it's 1 p.m, you can see around. It's quite fabulous. Now I'll be going a little bit down this way, and I'll give you a glimpse of this amazing trail shortly. Here I am now approaching a small creek. A few days back it was actually flowing. Oh, it is still flowing a little bit. Let me show you where the water is possibly coming from. Well, it's somewhere from up there, and you can see the flow. It's not very heavy, but it's good enough. One thing I like about these small creeks is that they actually build little bridges. You know, these little rock bridges. It's wonderful. It shows that they care about the safety and well-being of not just this place, but also the environment as well. In the background you can also hear some of the birds. It's quite peaceful actually. That's a really nice bird. I wish I could tell you what its name was. Here's a look around. At this point now you have a choice. Either you can go right or you can go up the hill that way. It comes to the same thing. However, if you have leg problems, knee problems, it's better you go right rather than left. So this way it can be more easier on you. I want to show you something from a distance. For example, you see some white cartons down in the distance. That is actually how can I say it? They are trying to rehab this place, because what happens is you have a lot of deer around here, and what the deer do is anything you plant, they are going to consume it. So these white cartons are put over little plants, and as the plants grow, later on these animals and critters can have much more food. About 3 to 6 months ago there were many more, so I can tell some plants have really grown quite well, and maybe the deer took them off or something, but it's a good thing to rejuvenate the earth. That's what we do as good stewards, of course. In the distance you can also see homes. This area, by the way, this year it rained a lot, and if it continues this way, and as you can see from the distance, the weather has not been summer-like even remotely. And what that also means is that if things continue growing, then when fire season comes, it can become quite dangerous. That is why I think the city is taking care of things. You can see they have already started to trim down in certain places, ensuring that things will not be extremely dry later on. Okay, let's continue. This is what I was talking about. As you can see, the plant is very small, so if it's not covered, the deer can just yank it out. And here is one that grew quite a bit. So down the line, I'm sure it'll be giving the deer and many other animals around here some quite good food. You know, one thing amazing about animals is they rely on the earth profoundly. And, you know, the food is given to them, as we would say, from unknown sources. You got to trust. And animals, I think, they teach us how to trust. But of course, they do the right thing too. They are always very vigilant. They don't want to be consumed or devoured by just anything out there, especially the predators. And imagine if we humans were like this as well. Do our thing, stay with our group, the human species, the human race, and just do the things we have to be doing all the time and not getting distracted. So as we are walking again, you are seeing a fork. You can go either straight in the direction that I'm facing the camera, or you can go this way. Then down in the distance, you can see what is known as the ranger's quarters. And if you use that way, it's better because you'd have a choice of using the tar road to go all the way up. Again, if you have leg problems or something, that can be very great. That can be a good thing to do. And otherwise, alternatively, you can go straight this way as well. It's nice to look at the ranger's quarters from time to time. Maybe sometime soon I'll show you what it looks like. There's a small pond over here. A lot of algae is growing in there. I spoke to a guy on Saturday and he told me that somebody in his family is getting a PhD or has a PhD in learning about not just algae, but how algae can be used as a type of fuel. If you know anything about it, let me know. Up on the mountain there, you can see there is like a small reservoir. And these are good signs, by the way, when you have reservoirs and all these things, because if anybody gets lost, then you can actually say, okay, if I miss you, I cannot find you or anything, this is where we'll meet. Down here there is a small place that resembles a type of artifact. Here's an artifact. It is linked to, of course, our Native Americans. Down there is the restrooms, and also you can see there is a school tour that is taking place together with not just the children but teachers as well. Not too far from where they are standing, there is also a little stream. I don't know if it has water today or it has dried up. It shouldn't really be dried up because of the great rains we had. You can hear the students possibly. It's nice to see children having a good time. You know, I come from South Africa. We have a lot of jungles over there, but I don't think our schools took us out to any of the jungles or estuaries or anything like that. And by the way, I moved from South Africa in the 80s, so it wasn't so dangerous, but it is what it is. One day I'll tell you about my hike through Africa, by the way. Great learning experience. Let's see if we can get closer to them and have a small conversation with them. Here is the guide. He's explaining to them what they can find and what they cannot find.
A roadrunner, a bobcat, a great horned owl, a coyote, and a mallard. Okay. Ooh, did you see one of those? Yeah. Nice. Okay, so for the woodpecker, which is right here, it says, why do I smash my beak against trees? But look, I'm going to show you how you can find it on here. So here's the answer. Acorn woodpeckers use their beaks to peck thousands of holes in tree trunks and branches to store acorns. So what could you write on here? Yeah, by 2-4 acres. Okay, we are going to be riding with a dry eraser mark. Wait, we will pass them out.
Here is the road pathway that we are now going up on. Here are 3 rangers that just passed by. They take good care of this place. And down there, of course, is the school bus. Anyway, folks, I've done quite a bit of jogging, so I may end up turning back. But as I go deeper and deeper into this place, I will try and keep all of you posted.